evaporation, it forms clouds. Condensation, it goes down. Precipitation, yes it does. Singing aye, aye, yippee, yippee, aye. Singing aye, aye, yippee, yippee, aye, aye, yippee, aye, aye, yippee.
You can sing along with us.
Water travels in a circle, yes it does. It goes up in evaporation, it forms clouds. Condensation, it goes down. Precipitation, yes it does.
And marching.
Singing aye, aye, yippee, yippee, aye.
Turn around.
Singing aye, aye, yippee, yippee, aye.
The water cycle and the life cycle are one. Jacques Cousteau.
As the song says, water travels in a cycle, and plants, animals, and people are part of that cycle, just as lakes, rivers, the ocean, rain, snow, and soil are part of the cycle. Our lives depend on the constant movement of water through our environment and through our own bodies.
Water is life.
Water not only quenches our thirst, it enlightens our spirit, refreshes our bodies. We dive into it. It falls down on us. We bathe in it.
Water is the essence of life.
The water cycle is a closed loop. No new water enters our planetary water cycle. The snow, rain, fog, and hail that drop down on us is the same water people in ancient times also used. This is sometimes called Cleopatra's bath water. We may very well be drinking water or a cup of tea that was once the water that Cleopatra, a queen who lived in ancient times, bathed in. Nature has purified that water through filtration through the soil and evaporation. Nature uses cycles and circles as part of its elegant and ongoing function and form. Day and night, the changing seasons, the earth spinning around the sun.
Round and round and round it goes.
A watershed is an area of land where all the water drains to the same place, like a creek, river, pond, lake, or ocean. Water is a community, not a commodity. We all live in a watershed. Within the watershed lives a community of people, plants, animals, insects, and microbes that are all dependent on and involved in the water cycle and the watershed. Water is precious. Only 1% of all global water is available to support life.
Water and air, the two essential fluids on which all life depends, have become global garbage cans. Jacques Cousteau.
When water becomes polluted, it is hazardous to our health, causes disease, and is harmful to the environment. When industrial toxic waste from factories is dumped into a river, that becomes part of the water cycle. When agricultural chemicals run off into the watershed, that becomes part of the water cycle. When plastic ends up in the ocean harming sea life, that becomes part of the water cycle. When oil spills from tankers or pipelines, that becomes part of the water cycle.
Water is life. Our watershed is our home. Honor it, care for it, protect it! The frog does not drink of the pond in which he lives. Native American proverb.
The more you look in and use your observation ability, the better you are prepared for all the beautiful things you're going to see in life. It's so wonderful. The world is full of living animals, living plants, everywhere you go.
depleted many, many times faster than nature can replenish it. Maud Barlow.
With the climate changing and the possibility of more droughts, there are ways we can conserve water. Drip irrigation, on average, can use about half the water of sprinklers and saves water by reducing runoff and evaporation. Roofs in most climates can capture thousands of gallons of rainwater that can be used in the garden, reducing water use from wells and municipal water supplies. Washing machines use 800 to 2,300 gallons of water per year. Gray water from washing machines can be diverted to the garden and used twice, saving millions of gallons of water per year, even in a small community like Salt Spring Island. Mulching around fruit trees slows down evaporation and holds moisture in the soil and extends the fertility zone so the roots will spread out and be more drought resilient, resulting in a healthier, sturdier tree. The swans and herons of the Salt Spring Center School used compost, cardboard, and wood chips to mulch fruit trees.
I see a lot of damage to Mother Earth. I see water being taken from creeks where water belongs to animals, not to oil companies. Winona LaDuke.
The law of thirst. All living creatures have a right to water.
Bear, Bobbery Bear.
Water is the driver of nature. Leonardo da Vinci.
But now you've left me. Oh, how I cry. You don't miss your water till the well runs dry. You don't miss your water